the idea is people need help all the time, no matter what the hour of the day is, right? And there's also great talent in foreign countries. We're talking India, Nigeria, Pakistan. Someone says, hey, how do I do this? And they say, oh, I'll help you with that. And maybe they're trying to get a job, you know. And I just had a hunch. I was like, I think these guys are pretty sharp. And so I just said, what if I helped give these guys a brand? They can become a bounty hunter. I'll front the brand. And the cool thing is it's a bounty. So you're struggling with an issue, your domain's not connecting, you've got to launch in 3 days. You're like, I'm freaking out. High level support, they're swamped. You say, hey, you know what? If you can just fix this domain for me right now, the A record, whatever they're telling me, $50, the A record, and you record a little loom of what you need and you hit submit.
Welcome to another Rags to Riches podcast. Got James Hurst today in the office. So he runs the marketing show.
Yes.
And so it was kind of fun meeting you. I started wanting to inspect Go High Level.
Okay.
And all of a sudden you jumped on there and I saw these pictures in the background that you got. It was, what was it? It's not the '2 Club Award. It's the
DreamCar. The
DreamCar.
Yeah.
Won a few of those.
Yes.
So I was at those events when you were getting them. And God, there's so many people climbing up on that stage that I just don't remember everybody that did it. So how did you kind of get into the marketing show? Because you got the marketing show. How'd you get there?
Yeah, the marketing show. I'll shoot. So actually, it was kind of when I was in college, kind of getting out of debt. And when I was getting out of debt at this lame job, $10 an hour, and crawling out of my student loan debt, I was listening to Dave Ramsey's show 3 hours a day.
3 a day?
And 3 hours a day. And I was sad that it wasn't longer because my shift was so boring. That's like the theme of my life is every single job I've had has just been so boring. Because I think I'm just like meant to do my own thing and like just chart my own thing. But I knew I had all these questions and answers, and the questions were the content, and then he had commercials. And so I thought, man, someday like that would be cool to just have all these kind of questions. But you know what he does? He's there every day. His bottom is in that chair. Even though he's multimillionaire now, he's still doing that. And so for me, I didn't want to lock myself into that kind of a thing. And so all my content, I just do it when I can. Right, and post it. So I don't have a live show, but it's a YouTube channel with tons of content.
Yeah.
So
I actually found I was asking you Go High Level questions, and you did send me some of your content.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that answers that question. Like you closed the gap. And there's like a lot of people I think want to try to figure out how to do affiliate marketing. Mm-hmm. Like I just literally watched you do the thing because I made a comment. I said, I have a question about this. How does this work? You made a comment. And then the next thing you know, you started feeding me information that was valuable.
Yes.
And then I'm like, all right, let's sign up. Let's get it.
Yes. Awesome. You know what? Yeah. So there's like the affiliate model of like, hey, I'm going to sprinkle these links. I hope they don't know it's mine. There's also like the attractive character play, which is like, hey, I'm this guy. I've got bonuses. I've got this. I got that. I've got knowledge, answers. And I also have and you go through my link, you get this thing. It's more like the attractive character play, which is definitely something I've tried to go after.
Is that how you built out your entire affiliate business? Because you had a lot of people subscribe.
So it was a mix because I was also running ads.
Okay.
And those people didn't know that it was my little link in the ad.
Okay.
Right. So I did a mix now, but even then I could bridge the gap because I would get a new sign up. I could turn around and email them and say, hey, you may not have known this or not, but I'm your affiliate now. Yeah. And I've got these things to support you. So I could, or I could just be like, hey, I hope they don't churn. I hope they don't, because then I never have to talk to them again. If they just click my link and do their thing, it could be just passive income. I'm kind of a rubber meets the road guy. And like, I know if I can help people, like they're going to have more results. They're going to stick longer. So I don't mind taking on the real challenges of what people have to face to be successful and help them with that.
Would you say that probably contributed significantly to your success?
Oh, you know what? I would say a mix of that. Really, on the DreamCar thing, I was running ads that did really well, right, for me.
Okay. Are you creating your own ads and then putting them out there? So you were running Facebook Ads Manager, creating the content, sticking it out there, and doing it all?
So in this case, it was Google Ads.
Okay.
Right. And I had actually worked for an agency locally up the street in American Fork.
Okay.
Orange Soda was the name of it. It's been a while now. and I was on their pay-per-click department. I think I was managing 100,000 either a year or a month. I can't say now.
Been a while. Okay.
It's maybe a month in ad spend, which seemed like a lot to me.
Yeah, sure.
So I had my little clients. I had their ad spend that I was making sure it was spending, making sure, they're getting results. And so I learned pay-per-click. So then when the time came to affiliate for ClickFunnels, I was comfortable enough to try. So I guess
didn't feel like you were going to waste your money because you had no idea what you're doing. Total shot in the dark.
These ad platforms are complicated. I mean, right?
Oh, I believe
the targeting, the nuances, the UTM parameters, like. You kind of have to be an expert at them to get results out of them sometimes. But at the same time, too, they're also kind of dead simple. It's like, hey, I'm a plumber in Dallas, Texas. I'm going to have my ads show up for plumber in Dallas, Texas. Like, that's so easy. And it's, I'm going to do a radius of 10 miles to this, thing. I mean, so they're so powerful, but there's so much nuance, right, too.
Sure. All right. So you started running your own ads.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Kind of curious, like what kind of ads are you referring to?
Pay-per-click, Google ads. You type in,
just pay-per-click. Okay.
Yeah. You type in something like, hey, ClickFunnels free trial.
Yeah.
Right. ClickFunnels free trial, and then they click on my ad and my affiliate link. If they end up signing up, I mean, that's about as simple as it gets, right?
Did you have a single page that they clicked on, or did they click on literally your ad and it took them straight to ClickFunnels?
It did. It took them straight to ClickFunnels.
Straight to ClickFunnels.
Which they had since changed the policy on.
Okay.
So at the time, you could even bid on ClickFunnels keywords. You could bid on ClickFunnels free trial, ClickFunnels Actionetics, back in the day. It was very high intent, right?
Yeah.
And it was direct linking. But then once they kind of got wind of this after a couple of years, right, they kind of said, listen, this was a great run, but you guys no longer can bid on trademark keywords. So nothing with our name in the title. And then you also have to go to a bridge page, what they call it, right? So you have to go to one of your own pages. And then from there, maybe you talk about your bonuses, and then you can send them on to ClickFunnels homepage.
So how did they effectively stop that? Because
right.
I'm kind of curious now.
Well, it would be all they'd have to do is search for their ClickFunnels keywords, see whose ads were popping up, click on them, and see the affiliate ID. Look up the affiliate ID in their back end, and they would know who's.
So then they would say, "Thanks for sending us a client. We're not paying you."
Well, they would probably just close down your affiliate account.
Shut it down.
I wasn't gonna.
Not gonna challenge.
I immediately complied with the new policy, and then from that kind of point, things I started. I no longer had I was always losing people the whole time. It was I gaining 10 people and losing 5.
Okay.
And then after I stopped gaining anybody at all, it was -5, -5, -5, all through the pandemic to where I am today.
So it just kept dropping.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still make some. There's a few people have still stuck. And kind of through that process and kind of being a little disenchanted with, as a software developer, I wasn't real thrilled. They weren't really listening to my feedback, that I wasn't seeing the updates. I was kind of frustrated from that standpoint. Through that process, I ended up finding High Level.
Okay.
And now I'm kind of all in on High Level. Nothing necessarily against ClickFunnels or any of the people over there and a lot of the friends I've made, but as a software engineer who knows what software engineering looks like, what it tastes like, what it smells like, I saw that in High Level. And now I'm like super happy. I'm like a kid in a candy store because I can just build. I can have ideas and I can go and build them. And the one that I built last week, since we've even talked, was GHL Bounty Hunters.
That's a good name. I like that name.
GHL Bounty Hunters.
You bought that domain?
I did. I went out and bought it.
That's a cool name.
And right next, the same day, I also bought livezoomsupport.com. Live Zoom Support.
That's a good name.
And they're both similar. One is structured to GHL only, right?
Sure.
And livezoomsupport.com is open to, you need help with Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, GHL, ClickFunnels, ActiveCampaign. You need help with any of that stuff. We're going to get people going to livezoomsupport.com. All I got to do is clone the snapshot in GHL and swap out the domain and some, stuff like that. And I'll be in business over on livezoomsupport.com. But we're actually building out today GHL Bounty Hunters. And let me tell you the idea.
Yeah.
The idea is people need help all the time, no matter what the hour of the day is, right? And there's agencies all over the world, and there's also great talent in foreign countries. We're talking India, Nigeria, Pakistan, and any of the other ones. And you'll see them in the group posts, right? Someone says, hey, how do I do this? And they say, oh, I'll help you with that. And maybe they're trying to get a job. You never know if it's like a legit, Pakistani trained software engineer or some scammer guy. And I just had a hunch. I was like, I think these guys are pretty sharp. The ones I've come across, like they're awesome, like better than me, and I'm like decent. And so I just said, what if I helped give these guys a brand? They can become a bounty hunter. I'll front the brand. They can come work for like an American company, and I'll just take a percentage. And the cool thing is, it's a bounty. So you're struggling with an issue. Your domain's not connecting. You've got to launch in 3 days. You're like, I'm freaking out. High level support. They're swamped.
They're slow to respond.
They're slow.
They take a while.
And so you say, hey, you know what? If you can just fix this domain for me right now, the A record, whatever they're telling me, $50, the A record. You record a little loom of what you need, and you hit submit. When you hit submit, that sends out a broadcast to all of the bounty hunters, right? Hey, there's a new ticket that's come in. It's $50. Here's the loom URL. Go watch this loom. Yeah. And if you think you can take that job, then claim that ticket. So they claim the ticket, and then 3 minutes later, someone else tries to claim the ticket. He's locked out. I've locked him out. So we have this queue thing where you claim it, you can't, and then someone else.
Yeah.
And so the guy claims the ticket. Then I release more details of you and your agency to get a hold of you to them. And I say, great, go get on a Zoom call with him with a GHL bounty hunter's background. So now these guys with the weird looking kind of, the Indian, they have, who knows where they're at, right?
Yeah,
in these poor places, who knows? Just go put a little Zoom background and get rid of that. A lot of them don't publish their profile picture either. And so I said, listen, but a lot of them do have their nice little professional little, what do you call it, headshot type thing, right? So I'm kind of coaching these guys. How can we navigate this a little bit better, a little more professionally? So now these guys are going to meet on Zoom. I'm not there at all hours of the day, and they're fixing problems. And you've only pledged. You said, I will pay $50, but you haven't paid yet. It's only if we fix the darn problem. Okay. So then my guys, they'll fix the problem, and then they update the status of the ticket to resolved. It's done. Go ahead and bill this client. That turns around and emails you and says, hey, we're ready for our $50 if you're happy with what we've done.
Yeah.
And they pay it.
As I think through that would be very helpful, because getting quick turn response, but very specifically at a high level, like very targeted at a high level. I've gone out and I've hired folks, and they have generality knowledge of stuff, and then I have to hire them. Then I've got to get them up to speed to understand how to solve my problems.
Yes.
And I'm like, man, I really wish I didn't have to do that.
Yes.
Because I have hired people to come in and to do my funnels.
Learning curve.
They're talented. I said, okay, ClickFunnels 2.0, come in here and start building out my blog. Dude, a straight up learning curve. In the end, I kept paying, but in the end, nothing really got published. I was like, that was an experience. That wasn't very productive. But granted, 2.0 was different than 1.0, and nobody knew it.
True. It's all new.
True.
And you know what? Like the brain power, like I'm starting to submit my own tickets to these guys because, I don't know everything either. So I'd record a little loom and say, listen, I got $10 for whoever can help me with this problem. Send it in, right? It's just going to be phenomenal. And from an entrepreneur standpoint, who's not supposed to be working in, because I've built the websites, I've done the things, right? I'm building this, right?
Yeah.
But to think that all these tickets could be coming in around the clock.
Yeah.
In global scale. In fact, so imagine France comes online with high level. They get it translated and they start opening up France, right?
Yeah.
Well, then I'm gonna go with those first few guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get French agents, right? So I'll have French agents, bounty hunters, helping French agencies. And there'll be a mess of translation stuff. I'm sure I'll have to figure out, but the potential for scale, and I know because with my background of knowing of the I did AWS, right? Amazon Web Services. I know that these systems are meant to just write records, right. For all they care, it's 1,000 tickets a second, for these amazing distributed systems. And so I know, and so high level's built on Google Cloud, and high level's built. They're going to be built on AWS. And so I just know, I'm thinking like, I know what their global infrastructure looks like. There's data centers all over the world. And so right now, this is like, we've only made let's just say we've only made like $200 so far in the last
week.
We started.
We only came up with it last week.
No.
Just barely did it.
So we are ROI positive because that's built in because I just take a percentage of thing. I'm going to take 30%.
You just run this through Go High Level through.
It's all built on High Level.
Yeah. So then it goes right to your Stripe account.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually PayPal. PayPal is what we've got it hooked up to.
Oh, plugged it to PayPal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to know what I did?
What?
So I said, it's a GHL form. I said, what is your pledge? A bounty. It goes into the form, just like any other. So it's just a custom field. It's a bounty custom field.
Yeah.
And then I realized that the PayPal URL said PayPal/me. If I want to send you, hey, send me $50, it's PayPal.me/James/number. And so I was like, I bet I could take that number and put it in because I'm always passing things around in the URL, right? Like first names and numbers and different things. And so I take the bounty that you typed in, and when we're done, I send it back to you, and I just append bounty at the end of the string. Yeah. And you click on it, and it was just so simple, but it was also so cool, which is what I like.
That's legit.
So that's why I use PayPal, because I knew they had that pattern in their thing. And eventually I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out with Stripe. But this is like, we're in startup mode. I'm getting up at 2 and 3 in the morning because I'm just like amped up, like you can see right now, right?
Right.
And then I'm like crashing at 4 p.m. And we've talked about my wife and family saying like, hey, you can't give your best to work. You've got to you should be saving your best for home and family.
Yeah.
So I've got to find a better balance on that. But dude, yeah, I can't sleep right now. I know. Can you tell? Like
you make that work for Go High Level. You can make work for ClickFunnels because their support sucks.
Yes.
It bites it bites, dude.
Do you realize? Because they're all fighting for the ticket. I got the ticket goes out. Let's just say 100 people. Right now it's like 20.
Yeah.
And some of them are asleep. Some of them might be on vacation. They're all freelancers, right? Yeah. I don't own them. I'm not their boss.
Dude, you're like trying to do the Uber.
It's like some people have said that.
You're doing the
Uber. The Uber of tech support. On demand. So these guys.
Yeah, Uber shows up. I flag them down. They come show up.
There you are.
You don't have to manage them, tell them when to be up, when to be in bed.
No,
nothing.
Sir.
They just show up when they want to work.
That's
but collectively, it's simple enough. Dude, if you're an Uber guy and you get $50, right, for dropping somebody off, but now you get $50 for fixing an A record.
Yes.
Like I would pay $50 not to get so frustrated to have my stupid A record fixed.
Right. Right. And we're doing this without cars and gas and depreciation,
no expenses.
Yes.
Well, very minimal.
Very minimal. My expenses, for example, so I was sending we started out by sending these alerts to Pakistan and India and Nigeria. Yeah. And they're giving me their phone number.
Oh, okay.
I was sending them texts. I go back and look at the record. I was like, wow, I just spent 17 cents to send that text. So I was like, okay, let's delete that workflow step. Yeah. Of the sending the text. We're doing this by email now, guys. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sure some of you wanted by text, but I can just tell that expense would balloon up. Okay. So I just said, we're doing it by email.
I wonder if you could integrate that with Messenger
or WhatsApp or something. That down the road.
Yeah, I don't care about WhatsApp, but people do. Mm-hmm. And I'll bet you if it was tied to my income, I would care.
You would care too. Globally, it's huge.
Yeah.
Globally, it is huge. Yeah, this whole thing is insane. But this idea of the idea of the fight, not the fight, but if you're sleeping, and in fact, we kind of tease the guys. If you're the second guy to the ticket, it turns around and says, well, hey, why are you so slow, man? Someone else already grabbed that ticket. Like why are you so slow? So
I could see a guy that knows how to do that, sitting down, closing them out, bam, 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 bam. Instead of making $10 an hour, $20 an hour, now the guy can really start billing out his hours and making good money for those countries.
Yes.
You can make good money in this country doing the thing.
And what surprised me is some of these other top, like I consider myself a high level architect, right? Like I'm not a VA, right? I'm not going to go click the buttons. I'm the guy that's like, how am I going to, I designed this whole entire thing in high level, the queue and the thing and the PayPal URL. Like I haven't found we're like, we should do this. I'm like, okay, I'll see if we can, some of it's a little hacky. Like I have to kind of go about things. Almost every single thing that we've wanted to do now, we've been able to, which is amazing. And I don't have to code. Like if I have to code, I can. Yeah. But the fact that I can go and click buttons and make that workflow, and I'm just sitting here clicking buttons.
That's a nice change. Because you're talking about the way High Level lays out workflows so you can make stuff happen.
Yes.
ClickFunnels was chunky on that.
Yes.
Their email autoresponders sucked.
Yeah, I love the queue. I love everything about it. Because we solved the ticket today. It was $25.
Okay.
I was like, hey, congratulations, guys. We got it, with $25. And he's like, hey, well, how can I get that knowledge that he had? Like, because some of these, like maybe half of those guys wouldn't have known how to fix that ticket. Yeah. We're creating an internal knowledge base. Here was the ticket. Here was how they fixed it.
You should require that you capture the Loom feed that then could be shared with the customer so that you have access, right?
It's my Zoom. It's a Zoom account with cloud recording. I'll probably have to buy terabytes of it, right?
Okay.
Because everyone's going to use the same Zoom account with cloud recording. If it's just like, oh, this boring, weird thing for them, then I'm just going to save it off internally. Here was the fix. But it could be like, hey, this could really help a lot of people. That's turning into content. Today, we launched the YouTube channel, GHL Bounty Hunters. Yeah, man. Right? Which, because, I don't know all these people from Nigeria, everywhere else. So I'm going to say, hey, look, guys, you guys all go build the Bounty Hunters channel. I'll still be the guy on the marketing show. Yeah. And kind of protect my brand a little bit. Although I'm not opposed to letting some of those people, if they show up, because I would like a global brand. That would work, right? Though.
I could see that working.
So now every single ticket, every single solve can turn into content. The other thing was I was thinking like, I don't know if I want to pay them. I don't want to pay them to slice and dice it and get the good stuff and do that. But I was thinking if they do and they upload the video in the description, now get this, they add their affiliate link, say, hey, if you have other questions similar to this, because now let's say it's how to add a record in High Level, right? So we give it a nice, so that next time someone searches that, just like my channel, right? People are searching for things and my stuff shows up. Here's how the cut goes. Out of a $100 ticket, this is all in progress, but out of a $100 ticket, you get 50% for solving it. And then I've left 20% for the affiliate side of things, right? And then 30% will be my operating budget and profits, okay?
Fair enough.
So High Level has just recently released their own ability to turn everybody into affiliates for this stuff.
So like, as in you can make your product and create an affiliate link so that somebody else can get it.
Yes.
I hit them up on when I started looking. I'm like, dude, where's your affiliate stuff? Because I can go High Level, but I need to be able to allow my clients to start
refer your stuff.
Yes, absolutely.
So now every single bounty hunter will now get their affiliate link to get that extra 20% for selling that ticket. So if they do a ticket and they solve it, they turn it into a video, they upload it, and then they put their affiliate link. And so someone else might end up solving the next problem. They'll get 20% of solves that they never did. If they end up solving something of their own, then they take 70%.
That's a big cut.
Yeah.
Dude, I like that.
Like it's hard to I don't know if I'm sitting on top of a multi-million-dollar deal right now, but it seems like the potential seems like it. Right now I'm sitting on like $150 of revenue and 20 guys waiting for that. In fact, I mean there could be tickets like I have a stream of, I
would not be surprised because you've got Jamie Smith that went in there and helped people figure out how to write code so they could implement stuff inside their funnels. Like
he's a 2 Club winner, right?
Yep. And I saw what he did was valuable because he closed the gap. But until you pointed that out, like what's one of my frustrations? My frustration is I message ClickFunnels and then it's like, yeah, we'll get back to you in a day. I'm like, you're going to get back to me in a day. I got the problem right now. Oh, you're going to leave me sitting on hold for like 3 hours, and then you show up for 5 minutes, and then you notice I'm not there, and then you bail on me. I'm like, guys, like that's a frustration
for everybody, like myself included. It's funny. Like I think I might have ADHD, right? So the waiting is like it's like painful. When you're like kind of like amped up a little bit and you're sitting there waiting and then you obviously can't sit there and wait because now you got to go do something else.
100%.
You got to go do something else. It's a competition to get to that ticket. If you don't claim it, you're out of luck.
ClickFunnels and Go High Level both have the limited ability to hire enough employees to close every gap, and then they keep them on payroll, where you're allowing people to be bought by a slice, buy it by the slice.
No payroll, just it's per ticket. I have my margins.
Yep, dude, I like it. I could easily see it being successful because you've identified a major pain that we all experience. Anybody that's done this stuff.
Anybody. Now here's the affiliate angle.
Yeah.
Hey Mike, I see you're looking at high level. How would you like free on-demand tech support whenever you need it?
Dude, that'd be legit.
That's the affiliate angle.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that'd be legit. Because I would take that because I already have tech questions trying to figure out how to close them.
Yes. And so then I say, hey, I'm hey, this is the owner's thing. Or even if I have to fund it out of the budget, or like somewhere you put in my James Hurst promo code, and it just goes in and they do it, and we just eat the cost or whatever it is. Okay, let me tell you one other ripple of this thing.
Okay.
So there's 3. So first of all, I want this as fast as possible. I want it to be near live. So that's one. And then I said, appointments. What if someone has a problem, but they're about to go out to eat, they're about to go on vacation for the weekend. So now just book an appointment. So you come in, I can jump on right now live as soon as possible, or I can book an appointment. But then already in the short time, I've had people saying, hey, what's a good price for this? I don't want to undercut it. I don't want them to, because we don't even have to take the ticket. Let's say someone wants you to do a funnel build for, $200. If no one picks it up, we could implement a turnaround and say, hey, it's been a day. 100 people have looked at this and no one wants it. Do you want to raise your pledge?
Yeah.
We could turn that back around. Anyway, so the other flip side. So this was what we already had in place was people. They know what they want and they know what they know what the pledge is.
Yeah.
There's a whole nother group of people who they know what they want, but they don't really know what it would cost. And so we're going to implement a reverse way where you say, hey, I'd like to get X, Y, and Z done. What would someone do that for? So we take that, send it out to the queue, and again, we kind of stop the race condition. Right? Everyone's trying to get in. I would just say, hey, the first 3 people that think they can do it and they want to put their price, I will take those three bids and send them on to the customer, and then they can look through those 3 people, maybe a bio on that freelancer with all of the reviews of each freelancer, and they say, well, this guy, he's got this experience. He'll do it for $100. This guy will do it for $50. This guy will do it for $200. I think I'm going to try this guy.
I can see that working. I mean, you're really describing Fiverr or Upwork or Online Jobs PH.
Yep.
Where I go in there and I do that all the time. I could see that actually being helpful. I mean,
it's
GHL, very specific.
Yeah, GHL is big enough even on its own that this will be plenty. Yeah, we'll see where it goes. Right?
You could just rack up a pile. You put this in place and you rack up the affiliates.
Yeah.
I could see that happening because closing the gap. Last thing, when I went through Go High Levels funnel. Like that, a $300 upsell to get it set up. I'm like, no, I'll be all right. Then I went into it and I went to the next page and then I started trying to figure out how to do it. And I'm like, I got most of it, but there's some things that are vexing me right now. So I sent Go High Level some requests for information. Of course, I didn't get it. Because I'm on Saturday doing it. They're not open. They're Monday through Friday. And if they answer, it's going to be a while. But they're certainly not going to answer on Saturday or Sunday when I dink around on it.
Yeah.
But if I could get a quick turn, I would have moved on.
Yeah. And the thing is, too, however good we are today, give us a month of constantly solving problems and sharing our wins, and also like the mind meld of this thing, right?
Yep.
Because all these guys are going to be doing is solving these things around the clock. The next thing that comes in, hey, does anyone know how to do? Oh, I know how to do that. I know how to do that. I know how to do that.
I had my staff in here just yesterday doing training. I got a team. I do coaching. I show them how to do things, and they were asking me some questions. I said, look, there is a model that allows you to make good money. And I'll show it to you. And as soon as I point it out, you'll get it. If you can make it faster and easier, you can charge for it. And when we were going through it, I said, okay, you could go book a plane and fly to a place. Okay, you might have some layovers, some connections, all kinds of stuff. But Warren Buffett sells net jets, fractional ownership. They'll drop a plane at your door within 3 hours of you requesting it, take you wherever you want.
Nice.
But it is easier and faster, and he can charge more per ticket
Yes.
Collectively.
By the way, speaking of airplanes, if this goes well, like I'm going to finish my, hopefully finish my private pilot's license and maybe get a little Cessna, but I forget. Do you fly? You fly. I forget.
Yeah.
You fly
on Delta or whatever else whatever plane takes me to Hawaii is usually the one I do.
Okay. So you don't fly yourself. You're not a private. Okay. You never got that. You never got that bug.
No, I got the bug to buy side by sides, and I bought 4 of them, and we go out and play and have a good time. And I pick different bugs.
Yeah. So I'm coaching for 𝗥𝗏𝗄𝗠ly, guys. So 𝗣𝗡𝗀𝗀𝗧 over there at 𝗥𝗏𝗄𝗠ly, they do they have snapshots and some support and training. So I've been helping their community out as a side thing. Now let's just finish up with this. So if someone says, "Hey James, I know you had to build a funnel. I know you had to do work. What do you charge for that?"
Yeah.
Well, $100 an hour? Is it $200 an hour? And is it $500 an hour? And now I'm just like, I can either do the thing or I can manage like this global thing.
Yeah.
And not be there. What is my time worth even today? $1,000 an hour? $5,000 an hour? Like anytime I'm pulled away doing, but I also need to make a certain amount of income. So I just quit my job like this year.
Did you? Okay.
And I wanted to keep on pushing the envelope. Well, what will people pay? I can't believe they just paid me $200 an hour. Oh my gosh, I was making, 50 at my day job.
Right.
And then it's like, well, I don't want to lock myself in at 200. What if I could get 250 and 250, 350, 450? And now I'm like, I don't know if I would take a job for.
I won't take a job, dude. You're never going to get me to go back.
Yeah. You got to take a business idea.
I got a business idea. I grow it.
Yeah.
I think I generated about $2 million in sales this year. Got my team, building them up. Yeah, you probably can't see it. I got the Alpha 2 50K plus club.
Yeah.
That's where I coach my guys. I'm like, okay, let me show you how to make this money and get you into the 250K club. And I've got one of them, best he ever made was $3,000. I've got him he had 2 months of 20 grand with me now.
Nice.
Blew his mind. Had another one where the best month they ever had was $5,000. He's had 2 months over 20,000. His best is 23. And one that best they ever did was $5,000, and they did 38,000.
That's amazing.
They never thought it was possible.
Blows minds.
But I'm like, the problem is you guys are not in proximity to people who can influence and show you how to do a thing. Mm-hmm. And as soon as you understand how to do a thing, it changes your life. This year I hit a new personal best. I 110 grand in 1 month.
Yeah.
I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Now let's figure out how to continue to scale it up.
Yeah, man. Compared to being. I used to sit at 3 o'clock at my job. I got to sit here for 2 more hours, whether I want to or not.
Yep.
Man, that was the worst. So I do got to run because I'm going to be late to my next. I got to drive home and do all that. But
yeah. Well, how do people find you, man?
Well, I'm really active in the high level Facebook group. I do get a lot of DMs. I'm trying to keep those to a minimum. But I mean, my website's themarketingshow.com. The YouTube channel is that as well, The Marketing Show. But I'm still available over DMs today. I may shut it off at some point, but